What if I told you there's a universal force that's guiding your every step, whispering secrets of success, happiness, and inner peace? This isn't science fiction. It's what philosophers, mystics, and successful entrepreneurs call infinite intelligence. But is it real? And if so, how can you tap into it? You weren't born to play small. You were born to lead a movement. Let's talk about the price of that call. Behind every legend, there was a coach. Michael Jordan had Tim Grover. Mike Tyson had Cus D'Amato. Michael Jackson had Cooley Jackson. Warren Buffett had Benjamin Graham. Alexander the Great had Aristotle. You didn't know their names until the world met the ones they coached. You may not know my name yet, but I'm Colin Nicholas George, and together we're gonna make you legendary. Welcome, I'm Colin George, and this isn't just business talk. It's strategy, it's soul, it's self-mastery. If you're building something bigger than yourself, something that outlives you, you're in the right place. This channel is for the visionaries who feel chosen, builders who refuse to settle, and those who'd rather be legendary than liked. So lock in, because this idea might change everything. Infinite intelligence isn't new. It dates back thousands of years, originating in the sacred teachings across all major religions and philosophies. In Hinduism, it's Brahman, the ultimate reality, shared through the wisdom of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Buddhists call it universal consciousness, illuminated through the teachings of Buddha. Christianity and Islam speak of divine wisdom guiding humanity, revealed by prophets such as Jesus Christ and the Prophet Muhammad. Both known for extraordinary insights far beyond their time, and even the great philosopher Napoleon Hill. For those who do not know him, it is a person who created the book Think and Grow Rich. He described it as a source of inspiration available to anyone who seeks it sincerely. But here's the big question. How do you think these prophets all getting these answers? Were they magical, or did they have access to something called the Great Universal Storehouse of Infinite Intelligence? For more eye-opening content like this, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Your feedback helps this message reach more minds hungry for growth. But how does it work? Let's simplify. Imagine infinite intelligence as a vast ocean and your mind as a vessel floating upon it. The calmer your mind, clearer the reflection of universal truths become. Every religion offers simple methods to connect. Meditation in Buddhism, prayer in Islam, silent contemplation in Christianity, chanting mantras in Hinduism, and mindfulness in secular spirituality. The key is intention. When you quiet your thoughts and set clear intentions, you become receptive to intuitive insights. This is the work of infinite intelligence. Now, here's where it gets practical. Tapping into infinite intelligence can drastically enhance your life and business. Entrepreneurs who've harnessed this power experience crazy breakthroughs in creativity, productivity, and clarity. Consider this. Steve Jobs famously credited intuition, his connection to something bigger than logic, as crucial through his groundbreaking innovation. To practically harness infinite intelligence, I want you to follow these 3 clear steps. Step 1, understand the principle of autosuggestion. What I recommend for you guys is I recommend getting the book called Think and Grow Rich. There is a chapter inside of there called autosuggestion. This is the clearest and most practical form I have seen in terms of understanding this principle. There's other philosophers who do understand the same principle of autosuggestion. They've maybe explained it a little bit more complex, but I found Napoleon Hill's version to be the most simple ideology of this practical process. What autosuggestion does is it programs your subconscious mind with affirmations and positive statements to guide your actions. Now, why is this important? If you're an entrepreneur and you don't program yourself to overcome obstacles, to experience hardship, because as I said before in my other videos, this is a minimum decade in order for you to become successful. And even if you get it earlier, you are waiting for something to happen. Something is going to punch you in the fucking face. So, you may be a millionaire in year 4 or 5, but that doesn't mean something ain't coming for your ass. Now, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So sometimes when you get success too early, what happens is when you fall off, the fall's massive. And you'll see people going from being a multimillionaire to working a 9 to 5 just because they acquired wealth so quickly. They were so happy, and then when hurdles and shit happen, they stop. They quit at the first sign of adversity. Autosuggestion allows you to overcome adversity because you know what your end goal is, and you are telling your things or your mind what to do. Why is this important? Self-suggestion is extremely important. I know everybody keeps telling you about this, you've heard it, but it is the truth. I'm going to explain it to you in a way that makes practical sense. Now, if I tell myself I'm great, at first, I'm not going to be great. At first, it's probably going to be a lie. But what this will do is it'll at least put me in the right direction. Does that make sense? So I need to understand these things in order for me to move forward. Because whatever I perceive myself as being, I will attract. Now this goes into my next step. Step 2, the law of retaliation, karma. Understand and embody the idea that what you energetically put out into the world, you will receive in return. This is why autosuggestion is so quintessential. You have to tell yourself that you're a good person, you're striving for greatness, so that you can put that out into the world and it can come back to you tenfold. You need to realize your mind is a receiver and a transmitter. So you receive information and you transmit information, which is why you have something called thoughts. What I mean by this is control your thoughts. Autosuggestion and the law of retaliation, once you understand those 2 principles, what you do is you start to control your mind. So whenever you have a negative thought, what works for me is not my thought. And the reason I tell myself this is I need to affirm to myself, I don't want negative thoughts entering my mind because negative thoughts lead to negative actions. So I have to control my mind at all costs because I want to give to the world the best side of me. And it took me many years, guys, to really understand this concept. Many mentors have explained this to me, but I realized only experience and time will you truly understand what I'm telling you. So this is not a thing where overnight you become a magician or you become a wizard or you become a great philosopher. No. Wisdom comes through experience and time. You can only become wise as you age. Does that make sense? So coming to a 21-year-old about wisdom wouldn't be wise. Why? Because you're going to attract inexperience. So all the false gurus out there who are 21 years old and so forth, I probably wouldn't listen to them, even if they are successful. You need to understand, if I look at other people's success and believe, oh, because they have it, I should have it, what you're doing is you're telling yourself a false narrative. You must earn success just like everyone else. You are not deserving of success unless you have earned it. You don't know what that person has done. You don't know what that person went through at an early age or whatever age in order to acquire their wealth. They're only showing you the perfect side of them or the best version of themselves. This is why I want you guys to come to people like me so that we can give you the truth on a lot of this stuff, because the reality is people are going to deceive you with their riches. Can I flex on the world and put shit out there? Yes. Am I going to do it? Probably not. Why? Because I actually do not care. I don't. I care about my family, my close friends, my work colleagues, and the people who want to come on this journey with me. I've coached many people throughout success, and the number one thing I tell them, don't look at what other people have. Fuck all of that. Somebody gets a Lambo, fuck that Lambo. You need a Corvette or a Ferrari for yourself. What do you want that Lambo for? The only reason you want that Lambo is because they have it. How about you create auto-suggestion and see what you actually want, not trying to get what other people have. And that's the society in which we live in. So don't worry about what other people want, worry about what makes you happy. Not only what makes you happy, what fulfills you. And sometimes what fulfills you is very, very difficult. And overcoming these difficulties is something that will fulfill you. So, understanding the law of retaliation is quintessential if you want to be successful. And this law takes extreme amounts of time to truly understand. You will make bad decisions. You will give the wrong quote. You'll take money unethically in some people's eyes. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand the law and rectify the law. Okay? Because this goes into step 3. Understanding the law of giving and receiving. You must master the flow of abundance by giving freely and graciously accepting what comes back to you. And this goes both ways for rewards and consequences. So if you let's say you don't pay your bill on time and your phone gets cut, don't complain about your phone getting cut. Understand that this is just something that happens when you don't pay your phone bill. Your phone will get cut. Complaining about it means you don't understand the law of giving and receiving. Because if you had paid the bill, would your phone have gotten cut? And obviously, there's exceptions to the rule where you do things and fuck shit happens. That's not what we're here talking about. We're not talking about exceptions to the rule. We're talking about the basic understanding of the 90-10 rule, which I'll speak about in another video. Okay? So what you need to do is master the flow of abundance. Give and you shall receive. Except when people give you certain things that align with your journey. Don't take things that don't align with your journey. Because what you're doing is you're taking that and you're giving yourself unwanted energy. So this is another side of the law of giving and receiving people don't understand. If I receive something I don't want, I've now given myself unwanted energy. And this is what you need to understand in order to manipulate energy. Becoming an alchemist. This shit's fucking real. I know if you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist or any anime or TV show, they make it so crazy where it feels like it's fucking fake. A lot of this shit's real. Okay, the concept in and of itself is real. What you need to understand, when you give freely. Why? Because when you receive freely the things that you need that increase energy. So, don't give to manipulate. Give because of what you believe in. And what you believe in will come back to you. In the law of giving and receiving, what most people don't understand is it takes a very long time to understand this concept. You have to master the law of giving and receiving. For you, this means overcoming plateaus, making clearer decisions, and gaining insights that ordinary methods simply cannot provide. It's your direct channel to higher wisdom. I need you guys to put these things into practice. But why am I talking about this now? Because we're living in unprecedented times, full of distractions, anxiety, and uncertainty. And I'll even add depression. If you understand infinite intelligence and you understand the spiritual element of this game, it offers to you stability, guidance, and unprecedented advantage. So, I have a task for you guys today. So here's your action step for today. I want you to commit just 5 minutes each day for the next 2 weeks to meditation or prayer. Then I want you guys to purchase a copy of a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'll try to put the link below. Okay? Track the insights and inspirations that follow. Follow all instructions in the book, and that will be the gateway to the beginning of your road to success. There's a lot more. That book's not going to save your life, but if you follow the book and you follow with faith, you will change your current circumstance. And I promise to you, within weeks, you'll notice patterns changing, solutions coming effortlessly, stress diminishing, and life getting easier. But I'm not all about life just becoming easy at all times. There's something called the law of thermodynamics and the law of entropy. The more you do difficult things, the easier those difficult things become. So I'm not telling you to take the easy route. I'm actually telling you to take the hard route and make the hard things become easy. And then you will be fulfilled because you're actually accomplishing things that most people in this world will never accomplish. So, if you're serious about transforming your life and business, join our growing community by subscribing, share your experience in the comments, and remember, the universe is always communicating. The question is, guys, are you listening? Until next time, stay legendary. I'm Colin George, and I'm out.